Animals provide mankind with food, resources, companionship, and they work for us as well. We dominate them, but that's not always the case. Sometimes they have the upper hand, and on occasion they can be pretty smart. Smart enough to grab our attention. Chimpanzee plays ping pong. Chimpanzees are good at many things, but not necessarily sports that require a lot of coordination. If that's what you thought, think again. May not be good as Forrest Gump, but they are playing ping pong. This one is, at least. The chimp in question knows how to return the ball and even scores points as he takes on his human adversary. Takes a bit of skill hitting that light bulb back at the correct angle and speed, and our chimp friend here manages to do just that. Gotta admit that this does take some effort. What we'd like to see next is two chimps playing against each other. Maybe organize a chimpanzee audience as well. That'd be something to watch. Chimps are among the most intelligent animals in the world. Pretty interesting to see how the audience behaves. Granted, they probably wouldn't place bets, but hey, they'd surprise us in other ways. Next time they'll be our bosses at work and then we could simply bribe them with bananas. Pig dislikes vacuum cleaners. The pig in question, Arnold, has a strange pet peeve: vacuum cleaners. This isn't your typical oink oink story, it's the story of a pig's tenacious quest for serenity. Arnold, again, is not your typical pig. He's a cunning, four-legged, noise-stopping vigilante. His ugliest foe, though? Vacuums. Arnold moves quickly as soon as the dreaded machine starts up. His objective, though, is to unplug the raucous creature and bring peace back to his modest home. Always persistent, Arnold's human moves from room to room and outlet to outlet in an effort to clean. Arnold, however, is constantly in the lead. He pinpoints the noise sources and unplugs it with the dexterity of a skilled detective and the agility of a gymnast. For our porcine hero, no space is too far, no outlet too obscure. Dog plays volleyball. Meet Kiara, a dog who excels at volleyball and is a good girl overall. With her incredible volleyball skills, this retriever mix, named after a character from The Lion King 2, has been causing quite a stir online. Matthias Berntsen is a professional beach volleyball player, and Kiara's partner. Kiara's offered to assist Berntsen with his training while the world tour is on break. She definitely delivers as well, as Kiara has proven to be more than capable a teammate thanks to her keen eye for the ball and talent for setting. But Kiara is more than a competitive player. She values having fun as well. Her on-court antics are a delightful blend of canine charm and athletic prowess. Kiara's enthusiasm for the game is contagious, whether she's diving for a save or prancing around after a successful set. Canine gardener. A spade, a hoe, and a rake are just a few of the tools that can be used in the world of gardening. The most important tool, however, doesn't originate from a hardware store for one particular gardener. Stands on four legs, has a tail that wags, and a wet nose. Meet Max, the canine gardener. Max is not the typical pet. He's got a dog with green paws, and his area of expertise? Removing dirt. Not just any holes, though. These holes have been carefully engineered to be used in plants. Max is the man to call when it's time to plant a new tree. He can make a hole that's precisely the right size for the new addition to the garden with a few quick movements of his paws. However, Max's assistance goes beyond digging. He's also a skilled manager as well. Max keeps a close eye on his owner as he plants, making sure that each plant is positioned precisely. Once the plant is planted, Max decides to secure it in its new location by patting the soil down around it. Max's owners and anyone else who happens to witness him at work find endless amusement in his gardening prowess. A Houdini honey badger. A honey badger by the name of Stoffel lived in the heart of the Kruger National Park in South Africa. He was a creature of unmatched cunning and audacity. Brian Jones, a wildlife conservationist, saved Stoffel, a badger unlike any other. He was a master of escape, a fur-coated Houdini, and a distant source of amusement and perplexity for his human caregivers. The simple cage was the start of Stoffel's adventures. No matter how safe it appeared to be, Stoffel always managed to escape, frequently with the aid of his female companion, Hammy. They'd work together to remove bold scale barriers and make daring escape attempts that would astound their human observers. Stoffel viewed the construction of the honey badger Alcatraz, a new ostensibly escape-proof enclosure, as a challenge rather than a deterrent. Stoffel and Hammy would tunnel their way out, evoking a scene from The Great Escape, using rocks as tools and their razor-sharp claws. The misadventures of Stoffel are evidence of the honey badger's intellect and adaptability. According to Brian Jones, their intelligence is just beyond anything. Tuck the Pied Crow. Meet Tuck, a pied crow from Africa who believes he's more human than bird. Tuck, a charming 17-year-old living at the American Eagle Foundation in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, has a thing for the limelight and a soft spot for women. Talk's life story is as distinctive as he is. He was saved from a pet store and is now enjoying his golden years, albeit with a few eccentricities. He doesn't get up early, and instead he likes to snooze until later in the day and then make a big entrance. He also prefers to mingle with people over his feathered friends when it comes to socializing.
Hi. Good boy.
Orangutan uses saw. An orangutan in Southeast Asia's jungle has elevated DIY to an entirely new level. She's a skilled carpenter who uses a saw to cut branches and clear dust, so this primate isn't your typical tree-dwelling monkey. She isn't just acting the part either. She has the technique down pat, stabilizing the branch with her feet, acting as a vise, and sweeping up the sawdust as she goes. This orangutan was born wild and is currently living in the wild. She's neither a rescue nor a former pet. She's thought to have learned how to use a saw by watching locals construct huts more than 20 years ago. Talk about learning things quickly. Another orangutan joins her in the middle of her carpentry, starting a friendly competition. Not to be outdone, our original orangutan steps up her game and saws even more enthusiastically. Unfortunately, sawing is taxing and she eventually becomes too exhausted. But fear not, she's won the day thanks to her astounding demonstration of tool proficiency and adaptability. Dog uses sled. Meet Secret, a 3-year-old Australian shepherd who's not your typical pup. This dog is particularly skilled at sledding and has a knack for winter sports and self-entertainment. It's sledding, you heard that correctly. Secret has embraced the snowy slopes with a passion unmatched by many of us humans. She doesn't just limit herself to the typical canine activities of fetching sticks or chasing tails, though. The thrill of sliding downhill is only one aspect of Secret's sledding adventures. For another thrilling ride, this cunning dog has perfected the art of pulling her sled back up the hill. This isn't a situation where a dog is merely obeying commands. She enjoys her time playing on the hill like single dog Winter Olympics. Secret's unbridled joy in the activity adds to the story's allure. It's not just a chore for her, she adores it. A wagging tail, a sprint back up the hill for the following run, or the response to each descent down the hill serves as a testament to the playfulness, excitement, and tenacity of one exceptional pup. Chowder the skateboarding dog. You thought your dog skating videos weren't all that impressive, you may just be wrong. This is Chowder, the English bulldog whose skill on the skateboard has swept the internet. The need for speed in this 6-year-old dog would put most people to shame. When he was only 2 years old, his path to becoming a skateboarding sensation began. Chowder fell in love with a skimboard while visiting a beach, and the rest was history. Chowder's passion for skateboarding was apparent as soon as he first touched the board. His owner, Jenny Delperdang, immediately noticed his obsession and made the decision to foster his brand new passion. In no time at all, Chowder advanced from rolling around the driveway on his stomach to making turns and sprinting down hills. But Chowder stands out for his unwavering courage and tenacity. He's a dog with purpose, not just a dog on a skateboard. His skateboarding sessions focus on both the fun of the journey and the thrill of the ride. He's a dog who loves his skateboard so much that when it's time to go home, he simply acts out. In addition to making Chowder happy, his skateboarding abilities have made thousands of people online happy. Chowder has amassed over 1.6 million followers on TikTok and 175,000 followers on Instagram. Eat your heart out, Tony Hawk. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.